Hello, welcome to the Daniel Vail Show. This is your host, Daniel Vail, and I want to announce to y'all what my new stage name is. And I got the surprise I was talking to y'all about on earlier on speaker is that I have a towel over my head, and that's to surprise people who watch my live videos with this new look I have. Painted my face red because red is my favorite color, and my name Johnnie Mac comes from my great grandfather's name, Johnnie, Johnnnie, and Mac comes from my great grandmother, Johnny's wife, whose last name is Macaulay. So I put those two together, and I just had this idea. One day, I said, I may not be able to train to be a wrestler, but I can train to be a commentator. And I thought, what better way to be original? Because Excalibur in AEW wears a mask because he's a former wrestler. Likely wrestled in Mexico and places like that where the mask is sacred. So I said, well, I can't wear a mask because I have eye allergies. But I always wanted to wear face paint, so that's why my face is painted with red. So, and by the way, this paint job comes from a crayon. Because I thought, what better way to practice for a YouTube video than to use a crayon. And first thing I want to say is, I hope y'all don't mind this, but I think this is fun to do. And this is something I wanted to do since I was a kid. When I would watch Sting, The Ultimate Warrior, Road Warrior Hawk, and Animal, Renegade, and WCW. And I just always loved face paint. I always would find that fascinating. Painting I always found fascinating. So that's why I decided to do it. And I just want to share that with y'all, let y'all know this is going to be me trying to put together a character for fun, to see if maybe I can get into a character while I'm talking about shows that happened as a commentator. So the first show this past Monday night on Raw, as many of y'all may have seen, was Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus Ricochet. And I think it's an on-title match. And started off with Dirty Dom being what he's called, dirty, and breaking the rules. Not pulling, just breaking the rules. And gets Ricochet right here in the ring after you throw him against the announce desk. Put him into the corner. Couple of shoulders into the gut. And he gives him an Irish whip to the corner. Ricochet goes into the corner with his chest and chin, and he falls down. If I could borrow something that I think Mike Tenay or Jim Ross would mention, he must have been watching some Bret Hart clips, because that's exactly what Bret Hart used to do when he was thrown into the corner. Dirty Dom comes in and he starts stomping him. And he's got a 5 count to break, so instead of walking away, he climbs in the middle of the ropes. And it's kind of hard to say. He is a good heel, but I got a feeling it's not because he's good at his job, it's because people feel like this is being forced on them, like they felt with Roman Reigns when he first came out. So I got a feeling if they need to break him, to break him up from Rhea Ripley and Judgment Day. They need to have him apologize to Ray, come back together with his dad. That way he could really, I feel like that is a better choice for him. And I realize I'm trying to be a character, but can't help but talk as a fan because that's what this show really helps me do. Getting back to what we see in the ring, this is me talking as a character. Ricochet just hit him with an excellent enziguri. Ricochet's getting the crowd hyped up with his enthusiasm. Does a Northern Lights suplex turned into a transition into a vertical suplex. Expertly applied. He looks down, goes for a standing shooting star press. Hooks the leg. 2. Kick out a left shoulder up with from Dominic Mysterio. Show a replay what just happened. He even did a kick under the chin to flip. Then he did it in Seguri. Show the enthusiasm, the excitement. They go back to the regular screen. Dominic Mysterio rolls out of the ring. Rhea Ripley's motioning to the referee to get Ricochet away from them. He runs, goes through the ropes, crossbody press, knocks Dominic on the ground, and he stands up. Does Ricochet go to a commercial break? So A.D. McDonough does like he's going to walk it over to Ricochet to fuss at him. Show a replay right before they come back to Raw. Show not a replay, but a advertisement for NXT Halloween Havoc Night 2. Yes, this is a regular one-on-one match, non-title match. Ricochet is being put in a rear chinlock by Dominic Mysterio, and he's getting to his feet to get out of it. See what he does here. Left elbow into the gut. 2. Okay, they show the middle of him getting out of the ring. They show a replay. No, not out of the ring, out of the maneuver. Show how he was assaulted moments ago during the commercial break by Dominic Mysterio, and that's why he was in that position. Dominic Mysterio kicks him. Front facelock into his attempt of a Three Amigos from Eddie Guerrero, or a la Eddie Guerrero. And let's see if he does it. Okay, this time he gets it without taunting Ricochet. That's good. Let's see. Looks like he's going for a catapult. Gets it. Ooh. Ricochet falls into the middle ropes. Dominic looks like he's going for the 619 as he signals. Ricochet ducks. Dom goes through the ropes. Ricochet ducks clothesline or hit. He goes into the ropes a la Tajiri. Comes back with an elbow. Now they're both on the mat. Let's see what happens here. Show replay of that tarantula maneuver or whatever Tajiri called it. See what happens. Blocks that right hand from Dominic. A slap. Right hand into the gut. Right hand into the face. Irish whip attempt. Reversal by Dominic. Comes back with a flying head scissors. He does a headstand. Goes into the corner. Stretches. And he comes towards Mysterio and hits him with a battering ram. Through the ropes. Comes with a springboard crossbody. Gets off him. Goes for that springboard moonsault. Hooks the leg. 2. Kick out. Red shoulder up. Even started counting before he hooked the leg, and that was a mistake on Ricochet's part. Let's see what happens here. Helps him up, or he picks him up. Helps him get up by pulling on his neck. goes, puts him on a fireman's carry, irate by Rey Mysterio. He follows that up with the neck breaker. Excellent. No, I shouldn't say that. Let me just say, it was an excellent move. Goes to the top rope. Probably for a frog splash. Actually, jumps off. And that was bad on Dominic Mysterio's part. Instead of doing like he was going to do the frog splash, he jumps off a standing position. If he knew that Ricochet was not going to... If he knew or thought that he was going to miss, why didn't he just hold on and let Ricochet roll over so they could surprise Ricochet with something? JB Bendono in the middle of, at the time that Rhea Ripley is talking to the referee on the ring apron, JD McDonough decides to distract Ricochet. Ricochet jumps from the top rope and he jumps on the side where the ring apron is, turns around, it's pulled in by Mysterio, roll up, pulls the touch, and even gets the... And he even gets spit on the ropes in a 3 count. The referee saw for a split second, spits on the ropes. He's gonna tell the ring announcer. I think he's gonna tell the ring. No, I'm sorry. He's gonna go with his decision. Not a bad opener. As a matter of fact, I wasn't expecting that, so it's a great opener. So, Ricochet super kicks JD. McDonough out of the ring, hits his version of Codebreaker on Dominic Mysterio. He's not gonna leave without making a statement. Or at least he wasn't gonna leave without making a statement. So jumps down. See what happens next. And there was already a title defense on NXT announced for Halloween Havoc Night 2 by Dominic Mysterio. So that's the first thing as the camera goes to Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett announced that he had a title defense for the NXT Halloween Havoc Night 2, the Workhorse Champion, as he called Dominic Mysterio, defends his title. And they didn't say who he was facing, at least not in the closed captioning, but they announced that later on in the night, DIY would be reuniting, so they showed a replay of what they had accomplished in NXT. Then they go to Alpha Academy, coming out for their match with their newest student, Kira Tozawa, and their first graduate, Maxine Dupree, or just Maxine, go against the Creed brothers from NXT. So I think it's safe to say that they are turning NXT into a territory like Triple H always wanted it to be. Because the Creed brothers are not officially on Raw yet. They're still on NXT that I know of. Or or what they did